So, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Mwah, 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 mwah. Wait, I can explain. I know I've been MIA for the longest time. Oh my god. But I'm back. Yeah, so from the title and the thumbnail, you could say, yeah, story time. Because a lot happened, but God has been good. Yeah. So this thing happened. I think it was a Wednesday. Yeah. And the day before, which was a Tuesday, I got to the office and I realized that somebody has actually tampered with my stuff in my drawer. So I actually complained to my colleagues at the office that it seems somebody has gone through my things. We all took it lightly, just let it pass. Then came the Wednesday morning. We came in and my colleague's laptop isn't in her drawer. And that was why I said, yeah, you remember I mentioned that my stuffs were tempered it the previous day. I didn't make that up. It actually happened. But luckily, nothing of mine was stolen. But the next day we come in and her laptop in her bag and it's nowhere to be found. So quickly we went to lodge complaints with our administrator, and then he told us to go see those in the control room so that we could go through the CCTV cameras. We did that, and after watching everything, we realized that it was actually a cleaner, a very young guy in his early 20s. So we went through the videos and he was actually the first person who entered the office. So, every morning the cleaners would come in to clean, take out the trash. And that was exactly what he did. And he came very early, around 4, getting to 5 a.m. He started with the reception, took out the trash, and then entered our place. And then the poly bag that he was holding, that he was going to transfer the trash inside, it was very small when he entered, but when he was leaving the office, the size had increased, which was unusual because we know the trash that we make is just food, mostly the plastic bowls that we eat in and the paper bags and things. We couldn't make that huge refuse. And when he was leaving in the poly bag, it looked very heavy. We could actually see the size. You can literally see the size of the laptop being drawn. Anyone who saw the video just pointed it out that, look at this is the but I mean it was a black poly bag and you can't conclude. You can't just conclude with you seeing a shape in it. Yeah. So we couldn't actually piece all the footages together. The one who was there that very first day couldn't really help with that. So we had to actually wait for another man who told us that he wasn't coming that very day. So unless we wait till the next day. So we had no choice. We spoke with the security in the building, and his colleague, the cleaners. One of them even called him and spoke to him about what has happened. And this guy was denying on the phone that he hasn't taken anything, hasn't seen anything, and that he's going to bring his mother the next day. And then we are trying to put a blame on him. He said, okay, we'll be expecting him tomorrow. So, and then during that time, one of his colleagues actually made mention of it that this is something that has actually happened before, that he has gone to clean one of the offices and the workers had actually complained about their missing items. So it tells you that among themselves, they even know him. But I don't see why you know there's a thief among you and you still cover him up. That is so sad. And here we are that a major thing is being taken away. So we waited, and then the next day came, and I remember my colleague telling me how much she prayed. It seems, you see, that day, that very day, we were all devastated. We had actually planned to even go to our car after work. We couldn't even do it. And it seems she discussed it with the mom, and the mom advised her to pray. So she said that very day, she prayed. She couldn't even sleep. She just sent it to pray, and thankfully, God answered her prayer. Yeah. So fast forward, the next day came. The other guy came. He helped us. We could now piece everything together, and everything was just pointing at this guy. So he came in with the mother. They also went inside to look at the footages, and this guy was still denying. And you see, when the other guy came, we were able to see the last video when he left the building. And interestingly, when he left the building, he wasn't holding anything. So you can't even pin that on him that he had actually taken the thing. So everything was just looking weird. And because of that, the mom has something to stand on to say that my son hasn't taken it. But later on, I even learned that that wasn't actually the biological mom. I think it was an auntie that he was living with. And some of my colleagues came in, and they became confrontational with the mom. It was a back and forth. It was such a messy situation at that moment. So the second man who was in the control room, who came in to help us unravel all this mystery, then asked, you see, when the guy took the trash from our office, he took it to uh, where the basement is. So there is a staircase leading to the basement. So the guy actually asked that, did we go to check like this where the staircase is leading to the basement? I think my colleague said she just went, looked around and just came up. She didn't really go down there. So the guy was like, we should wait, he's coming. Then he left. And after some minutes, here he comes with the laptop in its back and the charger. Wonder shall never end, I tell you. And then he said there were some boxes in the basement, and it was actually hidden behind one of those. Can you just imagine? How did the laptop end up there? Straight from the office down to the basement. And that day, that is where you went. I mean, the cleaner, that's where he went, and he took the longest time to come back. Because when they are actually offloading the trash, that is not even where they mostly take it. They take it through the main entrance. So how come you are using the back exit? Just didn't add up. And here was a laptop. Actually, my colleague said the charger wasn't in the bag, so it was separate. And that was how the man brought it. And even with this evidence showing that he's the one who took it, can you imagine this guy was still denying, saying that he hasn't taken anything? But here is the evidence right in your face where you went. Because you were the first person to enter the office that very dawn morning before we all came in. And the good thing about it was the camera wasn't in our office. That's why we couldn't really see him pick it. The camera was at the front of the office. So we could actually see when he's entering, when he's leaving, but not when he was inside the room. And the camera really helped because if he wasn't there, we'd even know he was the one who even came in at that time. Well, maybe the attendance sheets could have helped though, but this one really, really helped. And it hadn't actually been there for that long. I think it was last year that they brought it because somebody has actually come to make a complaint about their missing item. So I think that prompted them to actually install one there, and it really helped. When he was caught and he was denying, tempers were high because we didn't still understand why you've been caught and you are still denying that you didn't take anything. Like, this guy is such a stubborn guy. Even looking at his facial expression, you could tell some hardcore guy who is not ready to budge, anyways. But God never fails. So they made we the ladies, I mean, ladies, we are loud and all that. So they made us all step out. And then I was left with him and the gentleman so that they could shake him a bit. Somebody say to do him shaggy so that he confessed. And thankfully he did confess. And I learned the auntie was apologizing. It was so sad. But we just thank God. We just thank God that it was found. And so the authorities had to let him go because they couldn't keep a thief among us. We didn't know what next he would take. Yeah, but we're just glad we found it, and he hadn't actually taken it out of the building. It was so good because we were so worried the day before that what if we are taking it outside? How are we going to find? How are we going to retrieve it? Maybe you are taking it and going to sell it. It was going to be bad with all my colleagues' information and documents and files on the machine. It would have been a long process, but we're just glad. So I'm sure his plan was to hide it there so that when he's coming the next day, I don't know if he's going to be a school bag or whatever, so that you go and put it inside. God being so good, he was caught, and we just give all the glory to God. I would say prayer works. He said that the mom encouraged her to pray, and she did, and God actually listened. He listened, and it was fun. And here we were being thankful and grateful to God that this problem has been resolved, and then we finally get to go to Accra the next day. And I also get hurt. So that week, I just don't know what the devil had actually planned for us, and we went through a lot, like a lot. We went to, I mean, it's getting to Christmas, so we decided to just go get some stuff here and there, one or two. We were actually done with our buying. Maybe one or two things to purchase. My colleague, I had given her cash. She was trying to send Momo to the people that she was buying the things from. The network was a problem, so I had cash on me. I gave it to her, so then we go down. She'd take the Momo and then give it back to me. So we're actually leaving, and then I saw something I wanted. I said, "Oh, let me look at it and come." So when I saw it, I was ready to pay for it. And she was standing afar. So I was just trying to reach out to her, call out her name. She wasn't hearing. So I was getting closer to her, and somebody had just left a motorbike on the road, like where it is parked. It's just not right with a lot of people in town with the crowd. I just didn't see it. It just happened, and my foot just hit those metal bits around it. And, here was a deep cut with a lot of blood oozing out. It was so bad. You could literally see that whitish thing. And inside. It was so bad. I didn't even know what to do at that time. And then I got some tissue to clean it, and my friend could actually see me, so she came closer. And she was just like surprised. She didn't know what to. So I told her to just go pay for the thing and then take it from me. She did. And then I asked one lady around. She showed us where a pharmacy. There was a pharmacy close by, so we just went there to get it dressed, and then I got a tetanus shot as well. And then the lady gave me some antibiotics and other medicine that I'll be putting on. It was so bad, so bad. So we just had to get a car and then leave. And I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? It's getting to Christmas and this bad stuffs are happening to us. What is happening? It was really sad. And I can remember the previous year, which was 2024, a terrible incident equally happened. I went to Accra. It was like some few days to Christmas. I went to Accra to get something. We were struggling to get a car back home because of the crowd and everything. And luckily, I met a church colleague, and we got a car which was loading to Odoko. So we decided to board that one. We did. When we got to Odoko, people, it was just a lot of people. So struggling to get a car to our destination. And then finally one came. So as usual, you'd have to struggle in things, a lot of traffic here and there. And as we were struggling to board the car, my church colleague was able to get in. I couldn't get in. And after she left, not knowing my phone was stolen. Oh my god. See, as I'm laughing now, it wasn't a funny situation back then. Like, my phone was taken away. I got somebody close by, dialed my number, and as usual, the owner has switched the phone off. I mean, the new owner. He has actually switched it off. Oh God, come and see me. I just didn't know what to do. Me, I didn't get a car. My photo is gone. Like, what I could do to just calm my soul was that it was actually a phone I had used for the longest time, and I had planned on changing it. So that was the only consoling thing. Yeah. If it had been the new phone, oh God, that would have really got into me. So with this thing happen again last year, I mean 2025, me getting hurt, I'm like, nah, I need to advise myself. I'm not doing this Christmas shopping during December. I'm not doing it again. If I really want to shop, it's gonna be early, maybe November. Not when Accra is a whole lot. No, I'm not doing that again. And then interestingly, my colleague actually told me that the motorbike that I got hurt by, after she went to pay for the thing, another lady had actually come to hit her foot on it also. Can you just imagine? Because where it was placed was the wrong place. It wasn't supposed to be there with the crowd and everything. Another lady has hit the leg on it again. Why? Why are some people so careless? It's just sad. So just imagine the number of people that would be hitting their foot on it and getting hurt. It's sad. It's really sad. And the next day I took it to work again, and returning home, my even before I got home, my foot got swollen. So bad, swollen. I was hurting so much. I was in so much pain working on it. I couldn't even work on it. I had to limp and all that. It was so sad too. I just had to just take the days off and just stay home and recuperate. Yeah. So my Christmas was actually messed up. All my plans just went south. It was so sad. I couldn't I just basically couldn't do anything. So I had to just be indoors and just heal. So far it's better. It's better now. I'm glad. But yeah, so that was it. So my Christmas didn't go as planned, but you know that we're grateful to God, we're grateful for life, we're grateful that we are here. We pray 2026 will be a good one to us because our Father will always come through no matter what. So Happy New Year to each and everyone here who came across the video. Thank you for always coming back. If you're an OG and if you're a newbie, thank you for coming across my video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, share, leave your comment down. Let's get interactive here. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed. I love you and take care. Bye bye.